So this is my the screen, that is that the IE3D software. If we double click, if we open that the software, this type of signal, this type of symbol, you are get that one. So in that there will be lots of things are there. That will be mgrid for design that the antenna software, modua for all this where we have to see that the S11 parameters, Smith chart, everything, and there will be curve view means radiation pattern, all these things we have to measure. So in that first we have to design that antenna. So when we design that the antennas, first we have to go to IE3D and mgrid. So whenever we are open that mgrid, so there will be one workspace, it will be open like that Excel sheet. But in here, what are the modification, what are that all these things are there, I will show you. So whenever these things will be there, first is required to set up some of the parameter. So what type of parameter we are set up? Like that in a Excel sheet you are seeing that there will be some workspace is there. That total worksheet is divided into some rows and columns in that. So here also layout and grid means here also that worksheet is will be divided into some rows and columns. So whenever we are click that, there will be two things are there. What is that? That is one is cross is there and one is rectangular button is there. So when I click that the rectangular button, it is showing that the grid size is 0.025. So whenever grid size is 0.025, it is that the desired value. Automatic it will be done by that the software. No required to change anything. Just you have to click this OK. If you want to change, you can change. But sometimes it is not required to change. So if we done this edit grid size, so you see that here is coming that number one grid size is equal to only one grid we are taken. So that's why it is showing number one, and grid size means it is 0.025. Now the second one is millimeter. What is the unit? Here the different unit are there: millimeter, milliliter, micron, meter, inch, foot, centimeter. What unit you are required for design that the antenna? Either it will be you are design that the antennas, either you are the width and length of the antenna, what type of thing you are taken, that thing it will be there. Either if you take millimeter, you can take millimeter. If you take foot, you can use foot. If you take centimeter, you can use centimeter. But whenever we are design any type of microstrip antenna, maximum width and length we are taken that it will be millimeter. So that's why this is also in millimeter we are taken. The next one is meshing frequency. What is that meshing frequency? Meshing frequency means it is from that automatically that any type of simulation when it started, the software automatically started that from that is whenever we are start that is started from that the 0 gigahertz. So meshing frequency means automatically start from 0 gigahertz. Maximum how many, what amount of frequency you are going to measure. If you are going to measure 10 gigahertz, so you are write down 10. If you are going to measure 20 gigahertz, so if you write down 20. So basically for any type of, we are used for general purpose, we are used that the only that the basic design we are design. So basically we are design about 0 to 10 micrometer, 0 to 10 gigahertz, 0 gigahertz frequency to 10 gigahertz of frequency we are measured. So that's why we are used that the meshing frequency. Meshing frequency means it is that is told that it is that the maximum frequency to which we can simulate or we can analyze our antenna. What antenna we are design. Now here that the next one is there, that is that the substrate layer. Already you see that in that the substrate already two layers is there. One is number 0 and 1. So first one is dielectric layer, one is ground layer. But in here we have to add our that desired layer. What is desired layer means what type of substrate we are used, what is that the height of that the substrate, what is that the dielectric constant of that the substrate, that all these things we have to add. So how we add these things? So again that the same thing is there. Here is two symbols are there, one is cross symbol and one is that the rectangular button. So we have to click that the rectangular button. So whenever we are click that the rectangular button, that it will be shown that add new substrate layer. So in here that will be only first two things we have to change. First is that the top surface, that is Z top. Z top means what are that the height of the electric constant, and next one is what is that the height of the substrate Z top, and next one is epsilon r, what is that the dielectric constant of that the substrate. So these two things we have to fill up. Generally in for any type of design, maximum for me we are taken that the PTFE substrate, that is called polytetrafluoroethylene based substrate. So whenever we are design that polytetrafluoroethylene based substrate, that substrate height is 1.6 millimeter and dielectric constant is 4.4. So here we have to change that the Z top is to 1.6 and dielectric constant we change to 4.4. So this substrate is acts as a patch. So if acts as a patch, so imaginary part of conductivity should be 0. That means we can cut any type of slits and slots in that patch. That's why it's told that imaginary part of conductivity is equal to 0. If imaginary part of conductivity is some value, then it is not a patch. It will be a ground plane. Okay. So if ground plane also is required to act as a patch, then we have to change that the imaginary part of that the conductivity. So for that purpose, we are required that the conductivity, either real part and imaginary part, both should be 0, and there will be no loss tangent for that PTFE substrate. So we are given that it is an 0, and we are given that to OK. So whenever given that OK, so that will be, you see that our substrate layer is added, that Z top is 1.6 and epsilon r is 4.4, and this is also acts as a dielectric layer. So whenever this all three setup is complete, so here whenever that we are done, so 4 basic parameters have to change. First one, I have to change that the layout and grid. Second one, what is that the unit of your antenna, either what is that the unit of width and length of your antenna, millimeter, centimeter, inch, whatever you are taken, that you can change according to that. And after that, change that the meshing frequency, maximum up to which frequency you want to analyze your antenna. And next one is substrate layer. So substrate layer means which substrate, on which substrate you are designed that the antenna, that substrate you have to add. So after adding all these things, we have to click that OK. So if we click that OK, you see that our total workspace, like that Excel sheet, it will be done in that the some widths and columns, it will be divided into some divisions. Some cells are, it will be created. So now what is required? We have to now design that the antennas. So basically for that antenna, we are shown here only design one rectangular antenna, rectangular microstrip patch antenna, normal rectangular microstrip patch antenna. So this will be, now that the next one in that the top you see that file. So file means everything, it will be there, new, save, open, if any design is already open, that all these things, this will be print setup, all these things it will be there. Next one is that edit. Edit means that layers and everything, paste from line gauge, everything it will be there. Next one is that the parameter. Parameter means already we are done that the basic parameter we are completed. So this will be you have to use for basic parameter. Next one is input. What type of input we are given. Then edit option. What type of editing are required for your design. Basically these advanced edit are required for that if we design any type of slots and slits, then this advanced edit option is required. Now that the next one is required for entity. Whenever we are required that entity, so entity is that there will be what type of patch shape it will be there. If you require rectangular patch shape, if you take rectangular, if you take T type patch shape, if you take this one T, Y, step size, circular, circular sector, ellipse, ring, annular sector, bend, what type of your patch is required, that you can use from your entity. In that entity, everything is there. What is that? The structure of your patch. So first we told that we have designed one rectangular microstrip antenna. So that's why we have taken that it will be rectangular entity. So rectangular entity, now in here you are see that whenever rectangular entity, that will be x coordinate 0, y coordinate 0 and z coordinate 1.6. That means it will be shown that whatever the antenna is showing, that will be is actually in that the center of that the worksheet. So this will be coordinate. So we are take that the 10 by 12 millimeter of rectangular patch. So this will be 10, the length it will be 10 by 12 millimeter of rectangular patch. So if we write down that the 10 by 12, so we are close that this one is then okay. So if is okay, you see that will be one rectangular patch, but it is not visible that the full one. So just press W from that your keyboard and it will be shown your the whole microstrip patch structure. So this one is that the length of 10 millimeter and this one is that the width of 12 millimeter. Now in here, so you see that there will be two main axes are there. One is this axis and one is this axis. So this one is told that the XY coordinate. Now whenever we are designing here, we are not seeing that XY coordinate. We have to calculate. So it is the total is that 10. So 10 means that middle it will be 0 and this side is minus 5 and this side is plus 5 and this side is that 12. So 12 means middle is 0. This is plus 6. This is minus 6. So this coordinate is plus 6. This will be 10. So plus 5 plus 6 and this coordinate is plus 5 minus 6. Like that we have to measure that the coordinate. Now this is one rectangular patch. So this patch is not working as an antenna. So antenna means what is that? We have to feed some signal. But here there will be no feeding point. So we have to keep that feeding point. Feeding point, already I told that there will be 4 types of feeding point are there. That will be transmission line feeding point, coaxial feeding point, proximity coupled feed and aperture coupled feed. So proximity coupled feed and aperture coupled feed is required to substrate. And there will be some alignment are required. So there will be some difficulty are there to design. So here we are taken that only single substrate. So either we are used that the transmission line feed or we are used that the coaxial feed. So if we use the transmission line feed, we have to give that the feed from this port, that will be defined port, defined edge group is there. But if we require that coaxial feed means we have to go to entity and there will be at that the last but not the least, it will be is there, that will be pro feed to patch. It will be is there, that will be pro feed to patch. So we have to click that pro feed to patch for coaxial feed. Now in our design that anything that if any type of design, any unwanted this type of thing is there, just not any worry about that. Just you press that escape from that your keyboard, and it will be your original structure again come. So whenever we are use that the transmission line feed, so one transmission line we have to add with that the patch. And if we require coaxial feed, so not require any type of adding of transmission line through that the patch. So whenever we are design that the, so here we are not use that the transmission line, here we use that the coaxial line. So if we use that the coaxial line, we go to entity and we go to probe fit to patch. So if we go to probe fit to patch, you see that there will be x and y, it will be 0. So before going to that probe fit to patch, one thing I told that for any type of antenna, that will be conventional antenna, that is normal, that rectangular antenna, that is we are use that the feed at L by 2 and W by 3. So L by 2 means L is 10. So 10 by 2 means it will be 5. So 5 means here coordinate it should be 0. So this will be total 10. So 10 divided by 2 means 5. So 5 means coordinate is should be x coordinate is 0. Now what is that y coordinate? What is the W? W is 12. So 12 by 3 means 4. Now what is that the last one? From that bottom onwards we have to up that 4 millimeter and we have to give that the feed. So bottom is minus 6 because this will be 12. 12 means that will be plus 6 minus 6. So minus 6 we have to go to up means 4. So minus 6 plus 4 means minus 2. So we have to give that the port, coaxial port to that the x0 y minus 2. So whenever now we go to entity and we go to that the probe fit to patch. Now here you can see that xy coordinate it will be 0 and 0. So what have to change? Whatever coordinate we are told, we have to change that one. So this will be 0 and here it will be is going to minus 2. Now here another one option is there, that will be enter. So if we press that enter, then it taken that value. Otherwise it is taken that already 0 0. Now if we press that enter, it is taken that 0 minus 2. So obviously what is that the value we are put in here, we have to press enter. Otherwise by default it will be taken that the port at 0 0. So this will be that is probe fit to patch. Now this will be we done that okay. So whenever okay, you check that the color is changed from blue to green. So whenever color is changed from blue to green, that means that port is, we can attach the port with that the patch. So after this we have to go to save. So file, we have to go to save as. So whenever we are go to save as, anywhere wherever in your system, you have to save that. Like that we have to save like a demo. So if we go to demo and if we save in that the desktop, if we save in desktop, we go to demo and all this, so it will be saved. Now you see that it will be saved at demo.geo, that means it is an geometry file. So in here now we have to go to analyze that antenna, that is working or not. So for that we have to go to process. After that go to display meshing. So at that the starting basic parameter we are given that highest frequency 10. So that is already taken in here. If anyone forget to mention in there, they can forget use in here also. So after that we have to go to OK. So if is OK means is showing that in your patch how many cells are there, how many rectangle, how many triangle, how many 2D cells are there, how many 3D cells, what is that the minimum and maximum cell size, everything is showing. Just have to continue. So whenever you are done continue, you see that your structure is divided into some rectangular, some triangular, some everything it will be done. It will be divided into some structure. So after that we go to process and we go to simulate. So whenever we go to simulate, from that simulate the two types of measurement we can done. Either we can done that the VSWR, we can done that S11 parameter, we can done that radiation pattern. So here will be two things you can see. One is adaptive interferolite is there and one is radiation pattern file is there. So first we have to require that antenna is working or not. So that's why we are use that. First is adaptive interferolite should be enabled and radiation pattern file should be disabled. So what is that the measure? Starting frequency, first we have to give that the starting frequency. We are given that 0. End frequency already we are given that 10. Maximum up to 10 we are measured. And number of frequency, if you give more number of frequency, you are give that the more accurate result. So maximum we are given that 500. If you use that 500, just you press that enter, you see that there will be 499 frequency are taken from 1 to 499, that all 500 frequency are taken. So now you are go for OK. So if you go for OK, you see that it will be taken some time and there will be is showing that the filling matrix and solving matrix and how much time is taken for one frequency. This time is depend on that the your RAM speed of your system. So just wait for some time, it is given some result. Now you see, it is given that our result. What is this result? This result is shown that this will be S11 parameter. So this will be your S11 parameter and you see that there will be one minus 10 dB line is there. Already I explained why is required minus 10 dB. So this is that the frequency. How you measure that the frequency? So you go to y-axis and all this you can measure that. So you see that our frequency, the antenna is operated at the near about 5.6 gigahertz of frequency with the return loss of minus 23.71 and this is that the bandwidth. Already microsтрip antenna is narrow bandwidth, so it is also showing that the bandwidth is near about bandwidth is x-axis is frequency, so x-axis bandwidth is 145 megahertz. Near about the bandwidth is 145 megahertz. We are giving 2 point on that the minus 10 dB axis and we are get 2 and 3. So difference between 3 and 2 we are get that 0.145 gigahertz means 145 megahertz is that the bandwidth. So this is your return loss S11 parameter. What is the dB? dB is nothing but the reflection coefficient in decibel format. So this is your that decibel format. So this is your S11 parameter. There will be lots of parameter you can measure. You go to control, there will be define display Smith chart. If here will be Smith chart is there, so it will be showing this is your Smith chart of that the antenna. This is your Smith chart. So there will be impedance is there, real value and imaginary value impedance are showing in here. And also we can measure that the frequency whenever we are measured. Whenever we are required that, so define display graph. What type of graph we are required to measure? Either we are required to magnitude phase of y parameter, real and imaginary part S parameter, dB and S parameter. Now here is another one thing is that VSWR. So if we see that VSWR, it is also is showing that VSWR. So you see that there will be, we have to change that the axis, graph parameter axis. From that y-axis we have to measure, we have to change that the graph parameter axis. So you see that is same as the frequency near about 5.6 gigahertz frequency. The VSWR value is between 1 to 2. So this is used for that the better result. That is for